All right, guys, we've been talking about new tools lately, and I got a brand new one here. This is the Rotar pick, and this was sent to me by George at Geo Locksmith, who I believe is one of the co-developers. He's in Brooklyn, New York. Very cool-looking card, George. And also a very cool-looking tool inside of a neat-looking box. I've never seen anything quite like this. It does protect the rotor pick very well. Lid just slides off just like that. And inside you find an extra pick wire, which we'll take a closer look at in just a minute. But first, let's take a look at this tool. Now, this tool is designed to defeat these little devils, Mul-T-Locks. These are pin-in-pin design, really difficult, very high tolerance locks. And a lot of times when you're trying to pick these manually, it's really hard to decide whether you're on the outer pin or the inner pin, or even figure out which exactly pin you are on. This tool is supposed to make things a lot easier. So let's take a look at it. We'll start down here at the end. And you can see right away, there's that pick tip I promised you. Now, I hope the camera really picks this up because it's wide near the base, and then right up near the tip is a tiny, if I can get that in the center there, a tiny little tip that's going to pick that inner pin for us. Just a great looking little design, and it rotates by turning this knob here, just like a normal disc detainer pick. So we can manipulate him along the entire keyway, and he fits in that little cutout. This is a standard multi-lock key. It'll fit in all multi-locks and also the any clones of the multi-lock. I believe it's a 206 keyway, very common keyway. So not only does it slide in and out, but you'll notice we have a line on the inner indicator, which will tell us exactly which pin we're on. So when they're lined up like that, you're on the center of the pin, and when you're offset just a little bit on either side, you'd be picking the outer pin. So you can see exactly where you are, and on the front here, you can see exactly how far you're picking it. So if you're on pin number 2, for example, and you rotate it to right there, all you've got to do to decode it is tighten this down temporarily, take your note, loosen it back up, and then continue on to the next pin. Very, very cool looking design, very smooth to operate, and by coincidence, I have some multi-locks I've been wanting to pick. I have only one with the key, a junior. This one is absolutely brand new, and it does work perfectly. The other two have been sitting around a while. They are obviously keyed differently, and I'm just curious as to how well exactly this thing is going to work. So let me clamp them up, and let's find out. All right, guys, let's start with the brand new lock first, just to rule out any of those variables of junk in the lock. This is the only one I have the key for. It is a Mul-T-Lock Junior. There's what your pinning looks like. So not too bad. Slide this pick in there. Gently work it in, and then make sure that our pick tip is all lined up with the last pin. As you can see, it's lined up with the exact center. Now, when I pick these, I'm going to hold it, I guess, like this. I don't like to pick them starting with the center. I like to pick the outer pins first, and that'll give me a very deep fault set, and that'll tell me I'm hung up on an inner pin. So it's really one of the few messages that multi-locks will give to you. So let's go ahead and apply a little bit of tension, and let's start feeling for a binder. Notice I'm just offset from that center line. I'm making sure I'm on the outer pin. There's one little binder, a little click. And I got a little turn on the core. I don't believe that's deep enough to tell me I'm hung up on an inner pin just yet. There's some counter rotation right there. Oops, get on it. So the outer pin on this one is a spool. Okay, we got a little click and we lost the fault set. I just got it back by touching that pin. I'm still going for outer pins. Still looking for a spool. Another little minor click off that second one. And he's still set. All right, I don't feel any spool. Let's start now looking at the inner pins. We'll start with him. He's still springy. Now remember, the inner pins have a smaller spring than the outer pins, so you have to lighten up on the tension on your core. I got a click right there. So lighten up on your tension when you're going after inner pins. A little click from him. Got a nice deep fault set. We're definitely hung up on a single inner pin at this point. Now we just got to find him. And this is, oh, got another one. Another click there on one. And there we go. Open. All right, well, that's the new lock. Let's try one of the other locks. I have two more here. Let's grab this guy. Let me get him clamped up and let's give him a shot. All right, guys, multi-lock number 2. I don't have the key for this one. Just want to use the key from the first lock to show you this one is locked. Hopefully we don't need any stinking keys because we have the rotor pick. All right, all the way in, move that all the way past those pins until those two lines line up to tell me that I'm lined up with the last pin. I'm going to go, I guess, clockwise here. Apply some light tension, and let's see what we got. I'm going to go for the outer pins first, just like we did last time. All right, let's try the inner pins because all the outers seem to be binding up. So maybe out of character for a multi-lock. Got a little click there on 2. And 4 or 5, 4 there. Got a little click, little turn there on 2. Okay, 1 just gave me another little turn. 2 gave me another slight turn. Two gave me another slight turn. He may very well be a serrated pin. We have a pretty good fault set going. But, and we've got a very deep fault set now. Tells us we're hung up on one of these inner pins. Again, I'm lightening up on my tension, which is kind of counterintuitive. A lot of us get excited when we get really close. And there we go, got to open. Oop. Yeah, we got to open, but the tailpiece, let me pull this out of here. The tailpiece is caught on the vise. And there we go, got it open. All right, that was number 2. Let's grab number 3 and see what kind of damage we can do to that one. All right, last one. This is not the key as usual, but we don't need it. We got this guy. All right, all the way in. Gently, gently. All right. Line up the last pin. Light tension. I guess I'll go counterclockwise. Let me turn it a little bit better there. All right, let's see what we got. We're looking for a binder. Right there. I'm on the outer pin, although it looks like we're lying. I must not have calibrated it just right, but there we go. We got a little turn on the core there. So the real inner pin is just to the right of that line, probably about right there. In fact, I think that's a binder. I'm not going to mess with them just yet, though. There's a binder. Got a turn on the core there. Check all the outer pins. All right, now I'm going to start looking at inners. Got a click. There's a little resistance. I'm going to leave him alone, though. Leave him alone. All right, where are you? Got to be in the neighborhood. There we go. Nice little click on 2 there. Check 1. That was 3. And there we go. That is a fault set. Sorry, we're not open yet, guys. All right, lighten up on the tension, and let's find that inner pin. Where are you, devil? It's always the last one. All right, there we go. Lock number 3, open. There we go. Open with this awesome tool, the Rotar pick. Nothing like new stuff, guys. If you're interested in this, I don't sell them. You got to go to this guy, Geo Locksmith in Brooklyn, New York. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe, stay legal. And I wish I could keep this. I wouldn't give it away, though. I can tell you that for sure. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, I would love to keep this thing, but unfortunately, I promised George at Geo Locksmith I'd return it. This is probably a tool they use every day, at least judging from how quickly it went through all these multi-locks. But we got to have a giveaway. We can't give away that cool thing. Let's give away this stuff. This was all donated by learnlockpicking.com. Of course, we have one of their great, very high-quality training locks. This is the Ultimate Adversary. Inside the box, you get a huge box of security pins, and this is the newer model, so it comes with T-pins in there as well. You get the key to key it up with all the plugs to plug it up and pin it up any way your imagination can come up with. This is the intermediate or advanced model. You've got 7 chambers. You can do it progressively, and it is a fairly paracentric keyway to fight your way through to maximize your learning. Anyway, you got that guy. They also threw in, if you got a lock, you're going to need some picks. This is the Lab 11-piece pick, also sold by learnlockpicking.com. If you're going to pick it and gut it, you're going to need a pinning tray. This is also from Lab, donated by guess who? And finally, if you can't pick it, you might as well shim it. So they threw in a bag of shims. Anyway, guys, if you'd like to win this, pretty easy to do. That's the website. Go there. In the middle of the page is a big purple band that says Weekend Giveaway. Click it, register, and with a little bit of luck, you'll be the winner of all of that stuff. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe, stay legal. Geo, thank you for giving us the chance to take a look at your Rotar pick. Great tool. I got to get one. Each of these videos takes 4 to 6 hours to record, edit, and publish, so I'd really appreciate it if you show your support by subscribing and clicking on the like button. Thanks, guys.